Hello and welcome to What Keeps You Awake.tv. It's time again to dive into the hustles, the hurdles, and the highs that keep small business leaders up at night. I'm your host, David Hooser, and I'm here today with Jack Spencer.
Yep.
He's Business Development Director for the MBPS team.
Yep.
He's one of our, if not our core sponsor. And we're going to talk, as we're here talking to small business leaders all the time. We're going to talk to Jack about what he's finding as he's out talking to small business owners and operators every day. So Jack, welcome to the show.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, we love our sponsor, and so we want to learn. I mean, it's all about telling what's happening in the world to our audience, small aspiring or early stage entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
You know, what to expect as they start their journeys and build their own little piece of their world.
Yeah.
So what's happening out there? What do you find as you go door to door or client to client, hearing their stories? What are they talking about?
Yeah. I mean, it's all over the board. I mean, in today's world, technology is just expanding at such an exponential rate that if you're not really indulged in the IT side of things, you get left behind pretty quick.
So, and we're not talking about IT companies. You're just talking about
just mom and
retail
pop shop.
centers, restaurants, whatever business. But IT is centric to everything they do.
Yeah. I mean, even like a mom and pop cafe is still going to have a POS up front, whether it's Square, whether it's just a terminal. But in any industry, technology is usually the backbone.
And they might open a part of their network up for guests to, access the internet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the question is, what are they inviting into their business when they do that?
Yeah, because you never know who's jumping on that guest Wi-Fi, and that's such a common question of people coming up, hey, do you have Wi-Fi I could use? And if you haven't gone and set up a guest Wi-Fi, like maybe you just give them your own Wi-Fi, which has every other, system on that same network. So
accessible to that individual. And
yeah.
So they may be a customer, but you also may find out they have ulterior motives.
Yeah, and I want to think that everyone's good, but as we know, there's bad apples out there that, just take advantage of ignorance, and just...
Or lack of thoughtfulness.
Yeah, exactly. And, they like to just take advantage, and it's sad to see. And, I've talked to a lot of different business owners that, didn't even know that was a threat until it happened to them.
Right.
So.
Yeah, cybersecurity comes in many different forms, and you got to protect yourself in all of those ways.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. What are some of the main concerns that small business owners have? Do you hear them talk about cybersecurity as a concern to them?
I do quite a bit. And there's certain industries that need it a little bit more than others. I think at the end of the day, it's really just about client data. You run a business, people trust you, they give you their information, and once they
safeguard it.
Yeah, once they give it to you, it's your responsibility to make sure it doesn't get out. And so when it comes to like lawyers or accountants or anything more in that professional industry, that's where it really comes down to it.
Well, and you hear, I just got a notice from my bank. I've gotten notices from online services that I use. All of them are getting, breached. They're getting some kind of data breach.
Yeah, it's like left and right. Even the corporate giants, slip up, and it's crazy because you wouldn't think that something that big could fail, but I mean, technology just keeps advancing, and people, as defenses go up, so do attacking.
Well, and we think we're safe when we set up a network and put a password on it,
Hmm.
but how secure is that password? I know my son who you work with is,
Yep.
he's always on me to change my passwords,
Oh
to
yeah.
enhance my passwords, not to just use simple, dates
Yeah. Don't use
and
one, two,
names and
three.
yeah. So those are critical concerns, and you know the attacks that are hitting large corporations.
Hmm.
I mean, if they can figure out ways into elaborate security system,
Yeah.
you can imagine how easy it would be to play in the small and medium sized business range.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, it's tough because one, those corporate giants have, you know, a whole team of people working to put up
Right.
those walls. And usually a lot of these small businesses, it's hard to have an IT guy in house when you have 5 to 20 employees. It just doesn't
Right.
make sense financially, and you just don't need it day in and day out. So a lot of them just kind of get whoever's tech savvy, and
Get
their
their
nephew who
receptionist's son to come in
exactly.
and so because he's been a gamer for the last 2.5 years.
Yeah, he was born with an iPhone in his
Yeah.
hand, and he just grew up around technology. So a lot of people just use those, and
So you guys would offer, part-time support for them. They could hire you, on the hour, by the hour, or with a certain amount of time per week, per month, et cetera.
hmm yeah, I mean, it really just depends on what they need.
Okay.
Every business is so different with their environment, with what they do
Okay.
day in and day out, and so that's kind of our goal right now. We want to make IT simple, and we want to make it very accessible for the people that could really use it.
So they
You
can't
know?
hire a full-time IT or chief information officer, but they could hire MBPS
Yeah.
to do the right things. To number one, analyze what they have and what they might really need,
Yep.
and then implement the strategy for them.
Yeah, and I mean that's why like one of the biggest things is we just do kind of like a risk assessment
Okay.
of what they have currently set up, and we do that as a courtesy just to say, hey, this is where you're at right now. These are some of the holes that you have,
Okay.
and we just leave it at that. And whether they want to work with us, we can definitely help them out, or if they want to do that on their own, it's just small businesses are the backbone of the Phoenix market,
Sure.
and so anything we can do to help them make sure that they are successful, that just makes us feel good.
Okay. So you'll offer a free assessment and give them a recommendation of things they should implement. It could be network related. It could be device utilization related. It could be how their employees access their network and their client data.
Yeah, yeah. Or it
Okay.
could just be something as simple as email security. I mean, I
Okay.
think everyone, whether you own a business or not, you've gotten a phishing email, or the big one going around is the toll booth,
Yeah.
text
Yeah.
message.
Pay your
P-
speeding ticket or
yeah,
pay your
you
toll.
have an outstanding toll balance,
Yeah.
and we don't have tolls in Arizona,
Right.
so it's for a lot of people it's common knowledge that's not real, but
Right.
there are people that click on those,
Yeah.
and once you click on it, you're basically just opening the door
Gotcha.
for whoever is sending that link.
Now, support for users. Do you guys offer services that would be like help desk or
Mhm.
other support services?
Yeah, we do kind of day-to-day support. So desktop support, if something's not working, we're on standby to jump on and help you fix it. We do network monitoring. So we
Okay.
monitor the network, looking at traffic coming through, send you monthly reports on.
Are you able to monitor for AI based um, uh, vulnerability or attack kind of situations?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of precautions that you could take when it comes to just, as simple as a network firewall or, endpoint security.
Okay.
And whether it's a person sending out that malware or malicious, stuff, or it's an AI kind of just pumping it out, if you have the right protection, it
Okay.
should get stopped before you even see it.
Okay. So you'll see it coming so you can address it. Or at least you'll know something's happened so you can address that as well.
Exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
and that's all in the reports that we send, and then
Is there real-time access to, do I have to wait on a report?
no, yeah, we give you the portal,
Okay.
so you can log in, you could see all activity.
Okay.
Even with the email security that we do, you can log in, you can see how many threats have tried to come in,
Okay.
how many it blocked, and it's really cool because it shows you if there's one person that's kind of getting targeted more than the others.
In your organization.
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
it's the CEO that's everyone's kind of targeting him
Okay.
or her, and maybe just give them a little bit more training on, hey, if you get an email
Right.
that you don't know, flag it, report it, delete it,
Right.
and then don't open it, don't click a link,
Right.
and that's the best security is knowledge.
Okay. And then do you do things like backup in case I do click it and it takes over and tries to do some kind of ransomware situation scenario?
Yeah, I mean, we're all human,
Yeah.
you might click it. So there are definitely procedures in place to what would happen if something did get through.
Okay. So you guys are a full service managed IT company.
Yep.
And so what offers right now? You guys have any offers for the small businesses you're interacting with?
Yeah, we have quite a few. So, like we were just talking about the free risk assessment.
Okay.
People love that because one, a lot of people just don't know where they're at.
Okay.
It's hard to start
Right.
when you don't know where
Sure.
you're at. But that's a really good one. We also have it's just called the Essentials. So basically, that's just 10 hours a month, and it's $1,000.
Okay.
So usually we have an hourly rate, but the Essentials, you get a discount on that. And basically, you just get 10 hours, whether you want to use that as a project, if you just have
Okay.
day-to-day support,
Okay.
really anything you need. But in that sense, you're saving a whole lot of money as opposed to hiring, a CTO or an
Right.
IT guy in-house. And a lot of small businesses, they're pretty simple.
Sure.
They don't need a ton, but just knowing that you have that person
Right.
that you can reach out to just helps you sleep a little better at night.
And then how is a rule? What's a typical billing situation between you and your clients? Do you charge per seat? Do you charge
Yeah, usually it's about $269 per user.
per
So
user? And that includes what service?
that's basically the premium package. So
Okay.
you got network monitoring and management, you got system monitoring and management, you got telephony. So if you have voice over IP phones, we take care of that. Day-to-day help desk, and then you also get us for consulting. So
Okay.
if you are trying to decide, what kind of laptop should I get for my employees, or anything that is technology related that you just want a second opinion.
You're their IT department
Yeah,
for $269 per employee.
per user.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Very cool.
it's a lot easier for the smaller, medium-sized businesses that
Okay.
just doesn't make sense to have someone in-house.
All right. So how do people look in the camera and tell them how to get a hold of Jack Spencer from MBPS?
Yeah, so a couple different ways you can reach us. So you can check us out at our website at mbps.com. You can also send me an email at jack.spencer@mbps.com. If you're curious about that security risk assessment, we have a link on that on the website. Just fill out a couple questions. I'll probably be the one reaching out, and then we can find a time that works for you. But you can check us out on Facebook, on LinkedIn, all the social media sites. But I think the website just gives the the most detailed explanation on the services that we offer.
All right, cool. And again, everyone remember, like or subscribe to whatkeepsyouawake.tv. Check out our sponsor, MBPS at mbps.com. Give Jack a call. He'll come out, bring the team. They'll take a look at what you need to do to really secure your business, because it's a crazy world out there. So thanks for joining us, and we'll look for you on a future episode.
Awesome.